Yes, use whatever you have learned before as a foundation for your next level of growth. Learn again, benefit, grow, do something else. You can keep reinventing yourself. And this is part of what I have found has been very beneficial for me. My name is Sumayya Hassan. I am the CEO of Takaful Insurance of Africa. I come from a community where during our time, not all the girls had the opportunity to get ahead in their education the same way as the boys. Yes? If you did get education, it was just very basic. I was most fortunate to come from a family where my parents said, we will educate our daughters the same way we will educate the sons, you know. And we as the girls in the family had the same opportunities. We were educated to the highest levels. There really was no point that the boys were favored as far as education is concerned. So that already set me out on a completely different journey. I have had the blessing of being in industries that are very male dominated. So when people read my name, automatically they assume Mr. Sumayya. I can't tell you the number of times I've been introduced as Mr. Sumayya. Please come up and address the conference. Or, you know, somebody comes to the office. I even had a situation where somebody is coming for a meeting with Mr. Sumayya, and when I walked out to greet them, they thought this must be the secretary, you know, who's come to take us to meet Mr. Sumayya. They just expect, you know, that you must be in a certain box that they have put you in as a woman. But why do we as women accept to stay in that box? I find that women are natural leaders. So when I see women hesitating to take up leadership roles, it's really interesting. You know, I do mentoring sessions for women, and even in the places that I have worked, you will put out a job advert, and the men, you know, maybe you require 8 different things on the job advert. A lot of the men, just because they have half of the things on that list, have put in their application and very confidently will come for the interview. The average woman, however, will sit there and count, I have 7 out of 8. Because I lack this one, I cannot apply for this job, you know. And you're always trying to figure out, really? Why? Why would you think, oh, because, you know. So a lot of times women underrate their leadership capacities. A lot of times women underrate their leadership capacities. My own view is, if you're a mother, you run a household, right? You have a team that you're regularly organizing under you. You're delegating duties. You're setting tasks that need to be performed. You are organizing the resources for the household. So you are a natural leader in terms of the roles that you play. Don't be afraid to step up and take the positions that could be available to you. I think it's natural for women to lead. It's just part of what they do. From my own learning as a woman who has held perhaps different positions, be very comfortable with the numbers. Sometimes women are afraid of numbers, and you say, oh, but in leadership I'll have to look at the numbers. Yes, you will, and you better look at those numbers. Yes, because if you don't, this is how people will run circles around you. You can get trained, you can get yourself you know, exposure to different sets of numbers that are relevant to your industry. You don't have to be the CFO in your company. That's not what leadership is about. But make sure you have the right team who can then do the number crunching. But in a leadership role, you need to understand the key numbers. What are they saying to you? What are the areas that maybe are red flags that you need to look out for? And what type of support systems, network, processes, you know, people do you need to bring in to help you deliver the type of numbers you need to deliver? I choose to challenge glass ceilings and sticky floors.